All right, my friends, today we are talking about the cost of living here in BGC, Metro Manila, Philippines. I'm going to share with you my real numbers that I've compiled over these last 7 months living here in BGC after I moved back to the city from traveling around on a motorbike. Now, we're going to break down the numbers and go into everything. We're going to go into rent, groceries, we're going to go into utilities, and I'm going to show you how far the Filipino peso or the US dollar, how far you can stretch that here in the Philippines. Now, the conveniences you have living here in BGC means you don't have to spend time commuting. Everything is walkable. It's clean, it's safe, it's just a great place to live. It's a great city to live in. You have access to all your stores, all your malls, your restaurants, your coffee shops. You know how I love my coffee shops, okay? And it's pretty much everything is here, okay? Now, BGC is also very conveniently located by the airport, so you can get a Grab or a taxi over there, and even in traffic, within 30 minutes, you're at the gate, and or at least you're at the airport, check in and go anywhere in the world. Now, I want to go ahead and set some expectations here as it relates specifically to BGC here in the Philippines. Now, BGC, Bonifacio Global City, is a self-contained city within a city, okay? It's part of the Metro Manila area, and it is considered a premium location. This also means it is more expensive as it relates to the overall cost of living that you may find in other parts of the Philippines. Friends, now, I live in a big tower behind me here, which is called the Tryon Towers. It's an established building, it's very well maintained, and the staff are just absolutely wonderful. Now, I'll do a full condo tour coming up, but for now, let's go ahead and head inside so I can grab some spreadsheet and we can jump into the numbers. Okay, so the most expensive item you are going to have is going to be your rent. Now, my unit is a 39 square meter, which works out to be about 420 square feet, one bedroom, fully furnished apartment with a full-size parking space. So it's a full-size garage parking. I have my motorbike parked there right now, but I am paying 35,000 pesos per month, which is the equivalent of $600 US per month. Now, on top of my rent, my Wi-Fi is 1,500 pesos per month, which is about $26 US dollars per month. And it is fiber internet at 250 megabits per second. And I'm consistently getting 3-4 millisecond pings. It's fantastic, okay? So I went ahead also and went back and looked at all of my bills these last 7 months. Basically, I moved in on August 1st, and I went back and I averaged out all of my bills, all my expenses over that 7-month block time, and I was able to come up with an average per month. So that's the numbers I'm going to give you here. Okay, so my electric bill on average, looking at the last 7 months, is 4,730 pesos per month, which is about 80 US dollars. The highest bill I've ever had was right at about 6,100, so 6,100 pesos, which was right about that 105, 110 mark. So the most expensive I've ever had, and I think the cheap was like 39,000 or 3,900 pesos. Okay, cell phones, that's the next one, okay? I actually have 2 cell phone plans. There's 2 major providers here, Smart and Globe. This runs me, for both plans, right? For both plans, total is 895 pesos per month. So for both plans, that's $15.50, and I get 50 gigabytes of data on those 2 plans combined. What's that, for the entire month? So yes, my entire cell phone here in the Philippines for 50 megabits of data is only $15.50 US. All right, so next, what are we looking at? Water bill, and also drinking water. So shower, doing laundry, and then also I buy large 10-liter bottles of water for drinking water. That winds up being an average cost of 1,390 pesos per month, which is about 24 US dollars. So basically, again, so right there we're looking at about 24 bucks for all of my water and water to do laundry, wash dishes, all that. Okay, groceries. And I know this is going to be a big one. This is going to be a big one for the folks in the West there, and I know this is going to become shocking to you. I cook a lot at home. I like to cook. And when I ran the numbers, and I pretty much use one form of payment, so I was able to track this pretty accurately. And for the last 7 months, this wound up costing me an average for groceries, buying at the grocery store and bringing home and cooking food. And I'm talking, I'm eating, beef, chicken, spaghetti, eggs, bacon. I'm not, eating cheap here. My total cost per month, or the average total cost per month, was 12,341 pesos per month, which is an average cost when you convert that to US dollars, of $215 for the entire month. So my grocery bill is just over $200 a month, and I'm eating great food, all right? And I'm cooking a lot at home. So it is very inexpensive. In fact, I remember when I left the US just a few years ago, about a year and a half ago, I was spending that a week. And I know the prices have even gone up further, so I can't even imagine. But yeah, I'm spending, just over $200 in grocery expenses here in the Philippines. Now, I do eat out as well. And yes, I also love my coffee runs, like you all know. I average, when I looked at basically how much I'm spending, and I don't eat that much, but occasionally I do. And that is averaging out to be 4,317 pesos per month, which is about $75 USD. Okay, so that's that number I threw in here on a spreadsheet as well. And don't worry, we'll get to kind of the cash. I actually have a line item for that, so anything that I'm paying cash for. Okay, shopping, and this is mostly online shopping. This is like Lazada, this is Shopee. These are the kind of the Amazon equivalents here. And yes, I even can buy Amazon and have it shipped here to the country. I broke this down over 7 months. And one thing I want to throw in here is, when I first moved into this apartment, just like most of us do, we buy a lot of stuff right in the beginning. So I was buying, cooking knives, silverware sets, all that kind of stuff. So I just took that total value of what I spent on Shopee, Lazada, and everything, and I averaged it out over these 7 months. That wound up being 13,215 pesos, which is an average cost of $230 per month. So, there were a couple big ticket items in there that I purchased. I got a whole cooking set, and that was a couple thousand pesos. So I don't know, maybe $100 worth of stuff. But yeah, that's, I just wanted to kind of do as much as I can, give you as much accurate numbers, and share all my expenses with you these last 7 months. Now, beyond housing and food, all right, what are we looking at? We're looking at visa renewals, okay? So I'm here on a tourist visa, and that works out when I run the average cost per month of 1,540 pesos per month. So it's about 27 US dollars. That's what it cost me to renew my tourist visa here. And I'm doing it right now on 2-month cycles. Every 2 months I renew. Gas for my motorcycle, insurance and registration. This works out, I come out with about an average of 1,000 pesos per month, which is about 18 US dollars. And yeah, when I bought my motorbike, now I went ahead and put down in the bottom line you see here on the screen, I said one-time purchases, major purchases in 2024. I bought my motorcycle and I did some upgrades to it, and I have a video I'll be coming on all the upgrades I've done to it. Now my little ADV 160 is 160 cc's. I get 101 miles per gallon on that bike. That's 47 liters per kilometer. So being here in the city, just zipping around, I may fill up twice a month. And every time I fill up, it's about 400 pesos. So yeah, I'm spending no more than $18, $20 in gas. And when I made the original purchase of the ADV, the insurance and registration comes with it, and the registration is good for 3 years. So that's the way it works here. So yeah, my transportation cost is extremely low. Excuse me, my transportation cost here is extremely low, okay? Now, one other thing is other transportation. Because I'm riding my motorbike, there are times where I may be paying for parking, but that's usually like 50 pesos here, 20 pesos there. It's really inexpensive. And then the other one, if I do get a motorbike taxi, or I get a Grab or something like that, I'm usually paying just on my app, or I go ahead and just pay cash or something like that. So Anchors or something, I'll just pay them cash. And I've got a line item here that has cash value of kind of what I spend in cash on a monthly basis. Okay, and speaking of which, to round all of this out, I'm looking at, when I went back and looked at all my numbers, I'm withdrawing about 10,000 pesos per month, which winds up being the equivalent of 175 US dollars per the current exchange rate. And I typically go through about 10,000 in cash on a monthly basis. So if I'm out, something for entertainment, again, if I want to pay cash basically for transportation, for parking, something like that, or if I'm just out, at a pub or something, I want to buy a beer or two, I'll just pull cash out. Okay, so those are my total expenses. All right, I'm trying to cover everything in detail to give you kind of an idea of what we're looking at here. So if I go ahead and add everything up, let's add everything up here. Okay, total expenses come out to be 85,928 pesos. So we can just round that up and say 86,000 pesos per month is what I'm spending here in BGC, Manila, Philippines, with a 1-bedroom apartment, fully furnished, and a parking spot, right? Which turns out to be, and you do the conversion, it's 1,485 US dollars, and let's just round that up a few bucks to 1,500 US dollars per month for everything. We're talking groceries, cell phone, internet, rent, all the numbers I just went through. So my budget is 1,500 US dollars per month is what I'm comfortably able to stay in. Now granted, if I am doing any vacation trips, if I'm going to a resort or something like that, that is above and beyond this number. I'm giving you, here's what it costs to live on a daily basis, what's here. If I take a trip, I jump on a flight and I go to another country and I go exploring, that's gonna be above and beyond. But I hope this gives you kind of a solid foundation, a solid understanding of what it costs to live here and what the Philippines really has to offer, especially living in a premium location, a premium city like BGC. Okay, my friends, go ahead and please like and subscribe. It really does help me out. And hey, let's talk about this in the comments. If you got any questions, drop them in there. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.